And then basically they'll kill him there?
Russian warbloggers are angrily denouncing as a black widow a woman who appears to be boasting in a video of how profitable it is to marry a soldier in anticipation of his death. A 27-year-old woman from Tyumen called Anastasia A. says in the video, "He goes to the special military operation. I register the children in his name. We are such a happy couple. I receive a one-time payment of 5 million. I receive a monthly payment of 200 to 300,000. Plus, consider what a fucking windfall it is. Kindergarten, fuck. Benefits. School, benefits. Monthly payment as the wife of a serviceman. Fuck, we will live well. Fuck, we will go to the sea. Why do you think my children are traveling around Abkhazia? We gave another girl some money. She will go to Anapa. And then, in short, they will kill him there. Knock on wood, if we are lucky. I don't know whether we will buy a house or not." Russian media report that Anastasia works as a saleswoman in a store and has 3 children. She later stated that the words from the video were taken out of context and that her husband did not participate in the special military operation. It is also reported that Anastasia's video is currently being investigated by the police.
He's going to the special military operation, basically, that's it. I'm registering the kids under him. We're like a happy couple. I receive a lump sum payment of 5 million. Anastasia Degovna Pupsikova. And also I receive a monthly payment, like how much? 200 to 300,000, right? Plus consider what an awesome payoff, right? Kindergarten, them benefits. Who the hell is he? School, benefits, single, monthly payment as damn a military wife, Damn, we'll really live it up, we'll go to the sea, kids. Guys, damn, why do you think my kids are traveling around Abkhazia? And damn, we gave some money to another girl and she's going to Anapa, damn. And then basically they'll kill him there? Yes, I don't know if we'll buy a house or not. Then basically...
In the Russian Rostov region, a missile fell near the village of Ovoshnoi, 7 km west of Bataysk. Reports say the missile was headed for a military base but was shot down by air defenses and crashed in the fields. Later, it was clarified that the explosion was caused by a Russian air defense missile that detonated during launch. Clowns. Drone pilots of the Ukrainian 427th Separate Regiment of Unmanned Systems, Warthog, destroyed a Russian heavy flamethrower system, TOS-1A, Solontsepyok. The video of the destruction was released by the unit's press service. The footage shows the enemy combat vehicle moving to a firing position, using it, and attempting to retreat. During the retreat, the Solontsepyok was attacked by 2 drones at once. An FPV drone hit the guides, and a bomber drone dropped ammunition from above. As a result of the combined attack by different types of drones, the combat vehicle caught fire and was completely disabled. Militarny reported on the previous destruction of a TOS-1A by the 4-Post Brigade back in May. The occupation forces are actively using the heavy flamethrower system TOS-1A Solontsepyok to destroy light armored vehicles, manpower, as well as engineering and fortifications. The striking power of this system is provided by unguided thermobaric rockets of 220mm caliber. Each projectile is 3,700mm long and weighs 217 kg. Structurally, the projectile consists of a thermobaric or incendiary warhead, a fuse, and a solid propellant rocket engine. According to the Oryx OSINT project, since the beginning of the full-scale Russo-Ukrainian war, the Ukrainian Defense Forces have managed to destroy, damage, or capture 33 TOS-1As. Of these, 24 have been destroyed, 6 damaged, and 3 captured. More than 29,000 soldiers have returned to the military thanks to a simplified mechanism for returning to service for those who went absent without leave for the first time. Oleksiy Sukachov, director of the State Bureau of Investigation, reported this to Interfax Ukraine. This number of Ukrainian servicemen returned to the military during the 8 months of the simplified mechanism between November 29, 2024 and August 2025. Oleksiy Sukachov reminded that the legal mechanism for simplified return to service was developed by the SBI jointly with the Military Law Enforcement Service of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the National Police, and the Prosecutor General's Office. This mechanism provides a chance for those who committed the crime of war to return to the military unit and continue their service under a simplified procedure with the resumption of monetary, food, clothing, and other support, he emphasized. He clarified that servicemen who went absent without leave may also be released from criminal liability by a court decision. As of now, the law on simplified mechanism of return of servicemen is still in force and will last until August 30, 2025. In March, 21,000 soldiers returned to service after unauthorizedly leaving their units. Accordingly, in the 4 months since then, about 8,000 soldiers have returned to service. Servicemen could report not only to their unit, but also to the territorial units of the State Bureau of Investigation, the Military Law Enforcement Service, or the National Police. The Ministry of Defense also allowed them to apply to one of 17 designated military units, or to one of 14 reserve companies of the National Guard. Upon arrival at the unit, the servicemen had to submit a report, including through Army Plus, for reinstatement, which launched a clear algorithm for further actions, from paperwork to the resumption of payments. A Russian soldier shot and killed a civilian attempting to evacuate from the village of Udakny in Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine's Prosecutor General's office said. The agency has opened a war crimes investigation, marking the 3rd recorded case this year of Russian forces killing civilians in Donetsk Oblast. According to the prosecutors, a video shared on an unnamed Telegram channel shows a civilian walking along the roadside with a suitcase of personal belongings when he was gunned down. A Russian armed forces serviceman cynically opened fire from an ambush set up in a ruined building and killed the passerby with an automatic weapon, the statement reads. The man was reportedly trying to leave Udakny, a frontline village located 12 kilometers, 7 miles west of the besieged town of Pokrovsk. Authorities said the killing has been officially entered into the Unified Register of Pre-Trial Investigations under charges related to war crimes resulting in death. Investigators are working to determine all circumstances of the incident and to identify the soldier involved. Donetsk Oblast has remained one of the most active combat zones since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in 2022. Civilian evacuations from contested or occupied areas remain extremely dangerous, with Russian forces repeatedly accused of targeting non-combatants. Ukraine and its international partners have documented numerous cases of alleged war crimes by Russian forces, including unlawful killings, torture, and the targeting of civilian infrastructure. U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff has arrived in Moscow, Interfax reported on August 6th, citing a source with knowledge of the matter. The source said Witkoff was met by Kirill Dmitriev, head of Russia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, and Putin's special representative for economic cooperation with foreign countries. This marks Witkoff's 5th visit to Russia in 2025. In late July, Trump gave Moscow a 10-day deadline, expiring August 8th, to halt military operations in Ukraine. If Russia fails to comply, Trump has threatened to impose sanctions and introduce tariffs on countries that buy Russian oil. He said he would decide on measures against Russia and its trading partners after Witkoff's talks in Moscow. Russian President Vladimir Putin has not directly responded to Trump's ultimatum. On August 1st, he said Russia supported a lasting peace, but that its war aims remained unchanged. In particular, that Kyiv should recognize as Russian the 4 Ukrainian regions Moscow annexed in 2022. Sources close to the Kremlin told Reuters that Russia would be prepared to begin peace talks only after taking full control of Ukraine's Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson regions. According to Bloomberg, Moscow has indicated that, as a concession to Trump, it might agree to a ceasefire in the air, but not on the ground.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.